Hi, my name is Margie O'Driscoll, and I'm the competition advisor for the Architecture at Zero competition. This is our 10th year. The competition is sponsored by 4 California utilities: Southern California Gas, Southern California Edison, Pacific Gas and Electric, San Diego Gas and Electric. They came together to fund this year's competition and develop broad parameters for the Architecture at Zero competition, recommending that this year's competition focus not only on decarbonization, but also equity and resilience. Creating a more equitable and resilient world is the aspiration of many in the design and construction industry, but we are still on a journey to get there. This is one of the first competitions to try to embed concepts of decarbonization and equity and resilience, and that made this a very, very difficult competition. This year's competition challenge was to develop affordable farm worker housing in Visalia, California. Today, I am joined by Alex Gordon and Lala Mirzayan and the team from the DLR Group who will discuss their winning entry. Lala, can you get us started and tell us a little bit about why you entered the competition?
I think initially when we first saw the competition, we were inspired to join this competition because of how closely the values of the competition align with DLR Groups and our personal values, everyone in the team pretty much. And I would say, especially when it comes to sustainability, design, net zero projects, but also more importantly, it was the design project and what brings, sorry, got a phone call. Can I do that again?
Sure, start again.
Okay. Initially, we were inspired to join the competition because of how closely the values of the competition align with DLR Groups and our personal values. I would say, especially when it comes to sustainability and designing net zero projects, but also more importantly, to design projects that bring people together and bring communities and that has a true social equity impact. And I would say also as a firm, DLR Group is highly invested in the 2030 challenge and building for sustainable communities. So from the get-go, there was a lot of excitement about the competition and around this competition within our main team. And I would also say we had the full support of DLR Group, which motivated us to build an integrated design team that included designers, architects, engineers, interior designers, and master planners. So I think having the entire backup of the company and everyone wanted to participate really made us be excited to kind of join the competition.
That's great. And Alex, what did you learn from participating in the competition?
I mean, I could probably go on for days about all the lessons learned from this competition, but I think first and foremost, it was absolutely just the coordination and integration of all the different people that we had on the project, from the sustainability experts to folks that spoke into the master planning, and our engineering team, who had a lot to say about some of the systems that we were integrating. So these multiple layers of information obviously were sort of the make or break for the project, and really on that sort of note, integrating all of those people and all of those teams in a way that everyone kind of had ownership over the project, I think was kind of probably the hardest part and the biggest lesson learned for both Lala and I. And once we kind of had that ownership, I felt that there was more of a balance between, all right, so we have all these systems, we also have the design, and we were able to look holistically at, all right, this is the project and this is how we're getting from point A to point B. And this is really kind of the envisionment of the competition, which is to do this thing that's socially equitable and socially responsible, but also is being a good steward of our planet. And I think the other thing we learned is just to integrate your research into what you're designing. I think for Samias and Raices, the thing that we did was we really looked into the farm worker, and we really looked into the demographic, and we did so that in a way that was humble and that listened and integrated those ideas, and that really spoke to the final design about the ideas of multi-generational housing and really looking at what that looks like in a new construction and how that can speak to the way that people can live and take root in a community without just kind of being there and being migrant.
Well, thank you both for those great insights, both on the idea of values-based design as well as inspirational design. So thank you both, and congratulations to you and the whole team from DLR Group for your submission.
Thank you.
Thank you, Margie.